I think so. I think he wipes the floor with Joshua anyway. But then again, we'll never see it.
WBC champion Tyson Fury is overly confident about how a Joyce-Joshua fight will go. The British boxer also made a firm statement about who'd win this match between the Brits. So, can the Juggernaut, Joe Joyce, beat former champion Anthony Joshua? And will the claims of the Gypsy King come true? Let's take a look in the video, but before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, and tap that icon bell, just like that. That way you don't miss out on any updates from Boxing Insane. Joe the Juggernaut Joyce seems to be the new rising star of the heavyweight division. He's one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the division at present after going unbeaten so far and securing some very impressive wins, including one against Daniel Dubois. He's kept that undefeated record intact over 15 fights, finishing 14 by knockout. 2022 saw a career best victory over Joseph Parker, and that puts him in good standing for a shot at the world title in the next 12 months. Contrary to the blossoming career of Joyce, fellow boxer Anthony Joshua is experiencing a tough slope in his career, following a meteoric rise to the top, becoming a unified world champion, and finding himself just one belt away from his long-term goal of undisputed. AJ came up short with Alexander Usyk twice in a row. And now Joshua is in comeback mode. The Juggernaut and AJ are two different trajectories in the division just now, but when they do face off, a great match could follow. So why is Tyson Fury confident on how a Joyce-Joshua fight would go? The fight between Fury and Joshua is long awaited. When AJ was still holding the championship belts, a match to unify the century belt between the British seemed to have been broken out. Both factions have had a specific discussion about the match several times. However, for many reasons, it's just not yet appeared to the regret of fans. Joshua and Fury's teams were in talks earlier this year about a winter meeting. However, fans' hopes were dashed once again after negotiations began to publicly break down and the Gypsy King announced he would be fighting Derek Chisora instead. It's clear Fury still holds resentment towards the broken-down negotiations with Joshua, claiming that we'll never see it because he believes the former champ doesn't want to test himself. Fury said in a recent interview it would never happen. The WBC champ claims that Joyce will instead be a formidable opponent for Joshua, and it would also be England's war. Tyson Fury has backed a clear winner in a potential showdown between Joe Joyce and Anthony Joshua. He told IFL TV that Joyce would beat Joshua handily. The Gypsy King is on record as identifying Joyce as his biggest threat in the division, calling him the number 2 heavyweight on the scene, and also still saying he would deal with him easily. How will the fight between these two British heavyweights play out? Well, as for AJ, he sparred with Joyce a long time ago when they were in the amateur ranks. That fight, though, holds little bearing on how a professional contest would play out. Now the Juggernaut is keen to keep testing himself against the best and is eyeing on the scalp of Joshua, who's still reeling from those back-to-back losses against Usyk. And Joyce hasn't forgotten the behavior of Joshua from the last time they fought, even at the start of their careers, and is using the frustration he still has with him as motivation ahead of any possible fight. For Joe Joyce, Joe can always find ways to impose his power and strength on a skilled, faster fighter. Let's see the way he knocked Parker out in that explosive match. Joyce turned in an excellent performance and closed with a vicious left hook that sent Parker sprawling into the Brit's corner. Hurt badly, the New Zealander gamely tried to rise but was counted out by referee Steve Gray. Joyce's chin is renowned in the UK boxing circle. The Juggernaut's a giant 6'6", 265 pounds of solid muscle, and if he can impose that mass on Anthony Joshua like Usyk does by leaning and roughing him up, he might get a late TKO. And the Juggernaut has vowed he's not scared of anyone after extending his flawless record to 15-0. For Anthony Joshua, his boxing style uses simplicity and correct boxing fundamental, which has got him to boxing stardom, from the amateur to unified heavyweight world champion. AJ has traditional European stand-up style, his guards held correctly with the rear glove being higher and closer to the jaw than the lead. However, after an unexpected defeat to the Ukrainian champion, Joshua was determined to change that. Anthony Joshua will adopt a hybrid of African and Mexican fighting styles for his crunch clash with Alexander Usyk. AJ brought in renowned world champion coach Robert Garcia to cook up an aggressive game plan for the rematch after a timid display last time out, and the Brit added a bit of African flavor to Garcia's famous Mexican-esque pressure style. Joyce doesn't believe a fight with unified heavyweight champ Usyk will come to fruition anytime soon, although he'd love to come to blows with Joshua again. The Juggernaut has previously discussed Joshua's high standing in the boxing world, and he reiterated he hasn't had the opportunity to reach that level yet, but has urged the Watford-born star to take him on for a North versus South London showdown. So do you think Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce could meet in a battle, or will Joshua look to more formidable heavyweights to get to the top again? Or do you agree with the Gypsy King's opinion? Leave your comments below and let us know, and don't forget, like, subscribe, tap that icon bell. You don't want to miss any videos from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.